Ready to make my pumpkin pie out of my beautiful fresh pumpkin. So this is a cup and a half of fresh pumpkin, and you can see how nice that looks. When I used to, and when I will again, teach a gluten-free pie baking class, and I would do pumpkin pie, I'd open a can of pumpkin and compare it to the beautiful fresh pumpkin. And then, of course, I would use that and we would do a taste comparison of the difference between the two. And it's like anything else, a can of peas versus fresh peas. It's just that there's no good comparison. It really is light years apart. So pumpkin pie is really technically a custard pumpkin pie. So I'm starting off with 3 eggs. If you're vegan, you could use flax eggs, and that is a teaspoon to a quarter cup of water per flax egg. I'm not sure how well that would turn out. I used to do a lot more vegan cooking than I do now. I could give that a try. I'd be much more inclined to do that with bread. Doing it with a bread is no problem. Doing it with a custard pie, I'm not so sure. So you just want to beat that until it's all well incorporated, the yolk and the egg, and then you're going to add your beautiful pumpkin. You can see all the little bits of the pumpkin rind in there, and they totally soften up, but look. Can you see? Oh yeah, you can. Just a little bit of that. It's so good. Yeah, I'm taping. That's okay. And now I'm going to add, you can use any kind of milk. You can use flax milk. You could use half and half or cream. You could use almond milk, whatever your milk of choice is to that. And now this is really like a pumpkin custard. You could actually cook this as a custard. I'm going to add now all the delicious flavors. First is a quarter cup of golden monk fruit, and that is golden monk fruit sweetener. This is really a nice brand. It's with erythritol, not xylitol. Xylitol is poisonous to pets. Not that the pets, even though they think they're going to get some of this, they are not. I have a teaspoon of vanilla, and then I have my classic pumpkin pie blend. I have a teaspoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and a half a teaspoon of allspice all in here. They are going in next. Pumpkin pie is so easy to make, and when it's fresh, it's just the most delicious. That's it. I prepared my pie crust already, and there's a video on making pie crust, so please look for that. And there we go. That's also on my website. Hello, beautiful pie. And I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees. I'm going to bake that, let me see, about 40 minutes. I did a variation on this in my Food is Foundational book a couple years ago. I've changed the recipe since then. I used maple syrup in my original recipe. This one I don't, so I really do prefer the monk fruit. But I will be back in 40 minutes and we'll take a look. 5 minutes later, I'm back with my beautiful pie. It got a little bit dark and it's not quite as full as it was when it started because I spilled some inside the oven. But look how beautiful! So I'm obviously not going to cut into this right now. This is going to go in actually it's going to sit right here on the counter on my wire rack for now. And then tomorrow we're going to have a little bit of pie. It's only going to be 3 of us this Thanksgiving, my husband, my daughter, and I, and that's just fine. I am very grateful that we're going to be together, and I hope you're all going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving too.